with Todd Sandstrom and Andrew Plant at AR Plante
Materials and Earthworks.
Materials and Earthworks, that's what it is. And so tell us basically what it is that you do in a nutshell.
So we make a bunch of organic products, everything from wood mulches down to compost, planting soils, whatever helps plants grow and protect them in the soil. So it's our processing yard, and we're in the middle of the spring rush right now, so apologize for a bunch of the backup alarms everywhere, but that's kind of what we do in a very quick nutshell.
Absolutely. So you're the owner and you're in charge of soil.
I am. I'm the soils guy, yeah. So my background is actually agriculture. I came from the farming sector, and I came in with Andrew specifically to help develop OMRI-listed products that are both going to be used in the horticultural side, the landscape industry, but also the farming world.
How many acres do you have here?
Just under 5 acres. This is where the compost and all those OMRI-listed soils are.
Okay.
So we started by making wood mulches,
Okay.
dyed wood mulches, black and brown, and undyed. And then we really branched into all the organic soils and other mulches. So we actually have certified organic natural wood mulch, so undyed, what you see behind you. Then we have a leaf mulch that's OMRI certified as well. And then we have 2 different compost blends that are certified. One's screened a little bit finer than the other for potting mixes and top dressing and whatnot. So this is kind of like our central processing area. Everything basically starts out back, and we slowly process it in different methods all the way up to the front area where now you're up by our loading ramp. And this is where everything gets loaded on trucks and it gets shipped over New England, basically.
Okay, now what is OMRI?
It's one of the major testing agencies by the USDA for approving materials to be used in organic production.
OMRI is the Organic Materials Review Institution. It is a 501c3 organization that oversees all the standards throughout the whole entire actually world.
We're actually making our organic leaf mulch right now.
Okay.
We're tight in the yard at this time of year because this is when all the material gets stockpiled since basically last fall. And basically all these piles, this pile of black is actually going to extend this height about halfway down this brown pile. This brown pile comes over to where we're standing right now. And this is all happening about the next 2 weeks. So we have a lot of dynamic movement that's going on.
The bulk of the products that we're bringing in is a byproduct of somebody else. So the wood that we make into our mulches and stuff like that, it's being brought in from tree companies and stuff like that they don't have a place for it. And so we're able to take a byproduct from an industry and produce it into a positive input into the community again.
Do they bring it in as cut up?
Yeah, so if a tree company comes in, it's either going to be full logs or it's going to be a truck of chips, wood chips, and that's what we're using. And the steam that you see coming off these piles is what we refer to as cooking. The piles are cooking.
Yeah.
Our compost, when you look at a compost related product, that's got to get to a certain temperature to kill off those weed seeds to make positive bacteria. Because the bacteria side is really interesting because what happens is as that pile heats up and as you're building this bacterial life within it, your positive bacteria is going to start to take over and kill off the negative. And it's building this really tight ecosystem within it.
We'll show you how the material comes in, and then we'll walk you back over here and show you what the finished product actually looks like after our process. The way everything comes into us is, pan ahead, you can see the big pile of what looks like bags of yard waste and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
This mountain, this is actually very small. We just processed this about a week ago, but if you were here probably about 3 weeks ago, this mountain was about the size of this black pile, and it's spread all into the center of the yard.
Wow.
We actually run everything through, we have a unique process, one of the only ones in the state. We run everything through this big machine called a shredder right here. That reduces everything down to that pile that you're seeing the excavator sitting on right there.
Okay.
So we're able to take a very we'll say, mixed yard waste in the influx of material. And a lot of other processors, because they don't use this is a very expensive equipment, but because they don't make that investment in it, they can't process material into what we can. So that's a very big part of our story.
How did you get into this business?
Like Tonka trucks. Like Tonka trucks too much. But this was the big thing for us, because we always had to take very, very clean feedstock in. And if you look at any sort of, a lot of this comes from municipalities up towards Boston area.
Okay.
And they're all collecting yard waste that comes from the residents. And the residents don't have backyards to put it in, woods to do their own natural composting.
Yeah.
And the only way to package it for efficient transportation is putting in bags.
Yeah.
So the big problem that any composter usually has, you don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
So we've got a trash separation issue that we have to work out through both mechanical and physical picking. And then also taking the stuff in, we can't run this through traditional equipment. That's where the shredder comes in. So we're able to take that, looks like a very big mess, but run it through the shredder, it homogenizes the material into a blend that you can see like here. So once it's into that blend, you'll flip it multiple times.
Okay.
And then it runs through our screening plant.
Is that what he's doing? Is he flipping it?
Part of this, yes. Yep.
Okay.
Goes from there to basically windrows. Flip it several times. We're getting it up to 130 to about 150 something degrees. So you're killing off any weeds, seeds, and pathogens.
How long does it take?
We can turn a finished compost in 3.5 months.
Okay.
So our process, it's about half the time that a traditional composting process takes.
Because you have a finer start?
We have a very finer product, so the whole shredding process cuts this time down in half.
A good compost is going to have a nice sweet smell when it's brewing. If it's got a really bad stinkiness, it's not a properly managed system. And that's where you can tell where something is stagnant and it's gone anaerobic, or is it producing a really good fine ecosystem as it moves through.
Okay.
If you look at how fine this is, this is step one, right? It's getting it broken down, but you can feel the heat already coming off of this,
Yeah,
and how warm it is. And that warmth is the microbes just starting to eat and break everything down. And then the smell, it's got a nice clean smell to it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like tobacco, like my grandfather and his pipe tobacco. It's got that kind of smell to it. But
That makes sense, yeah.
yeah, it's just, I like dirt. Sorry.
Some of us like Tonka
soil.
trucks, some of us like soil.
Yep.
What about you? What do you like?
I like the process. I like the way, we're recycling, we're reusing, and we're giving somebody a product that they can use in their homes, and as well as in a commercial development side where everybody benefits from waste. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, everybody produces waste.
Yeah.
It's how we reuse the waste so that we're not creating landfills and everything else.
So how many tons of waste would you say you process in a year?
We go by the cubic yards, and for us, just green waste last year, in the last 6 months, we handled just this stuff, not counting wood, we handled over 60,000 yards of that material. So put it in perspective, this pile of black is about 14,000 yards.
Wow.
So 5 times that. And that was in the last basically 6 to 8 months. So if you add in then all our wood recycling that we do about between 40 and 50,000 yards a year of that stuff. We move a lot of material through a very little footprint.
We're looking at things at a microbial level versus nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, which is when I went to college, that's all you talked about.
Yeah.
And now it's what are the microbes? What minerals does that plant need?
Right.
And being able to produce a product that can get used in both the farming sector, the golf course industry, and in landscape plantings. And we're sitting here saying, this is the best of the best. It's OMRI listed, and this product is filled with positive things for the soil. So now when they go plant that, that tree, or they go out and they do a perennial planting. Adding this in with those plantings changes the immediate impact that plant is going to have, and stabilizing it for a longer, healthier life.
Everybody buys vegetables, right?
Yeah.
So that's what you want to keep clean, right? So we
Right.
don't know what's in our soils.
Right.
So what we're trying to do is put an AR plant bag at every place that we can, so that with the farmer and your agricultural people know exactly what's in their soil by being Armory certified, so that they know they're not getting the PFAS, they're not getting the poisons in the soils, that it's an actual clean soil base, and that whatever flower or whatever vegetable comes out of that, it's clean and it's great to consume, and it actually goes from farm to table.
Are you testing the soil then as well?
Yes. Yep.
You are?
Yes.
Oh,
Quite
okay.
frequently. That's part of our requirement to be certified.
So you're testing it to see what microbes are there,
Yep.
what nutrients,
Yep.
what...
It's testing for microbes, nutrients, it's testing particle size, it's testing where in the process it is in terms of being totally broken down, it's testing a carbon-nitrogen ratio, and it's also testing for contaminants, because we want to be sure that whatever's coming in is clean going out. So there's a whole battery of tests. Well, this is our certified leaf mulch.
So this is the same product
Yeah,
that you saw out back,
yeah.
but this is it finished.
Okay.
So it's not going to be as warm. It's still warm, but not as warm, right?
Oh, right, okay.
But it's much, much finer.
Huh, okay.
And so the goal with this is you can use it like a regular wood mulch around your landscape, and it breaks down and adds a positive impact into the soil as it breaks down.
So this is our super fine blend compost. So this has got all the yard waste in it, whereas that pile right there is leaf mulch. It's primarily just carbon leaves. Leaves are basically carbon.
Okay.
This is the combination of everything. So your yard clippings, your leaves, a little bit of brush. It's after it's been broken down through the windrow process. Well, we shred everything, windrow it, then we screen it, and then we screen it again. So this is actually, we haven't found a competitor yet in Massachusetts that makes a product like this, let alone being certified for that organic use. Mm-hmm. So this right here is going to be the building block for some other mixes that we actually have coming up, where we're going to be blending in biochar, we're going to be blending in some peat moss, blending in some rice hulls, to make basically different soil structures for different stages of the planting process and different types of plants.
Okay.
And that's where we'll get into, we're going to have the different bags, different options for people. Because realistically, you're not buying 80-yard truckloads of this material at a time. So that's been our biggest shift in our mentality here, of going from the big 80-yard truckloads going out of time to now the whole other packaging side of things, to get it to be able to be easy to use and also get it in more people's hands.
How close are you to being able to do that?
So Todd actually just went and grabbed one of the super sacks being dropped off on from one of our vendors. So we're actually probably about 2 weeks away from doing the super sacks, and then the 1 cubic yard bags, we're hoping to roll that out here late May, early June.
When we go in and we develop a neighborhood, we're stripping all that back. That's taken millions of years to develop an ecosystem underneath. We're stripping it back, we're putting it in a pile, we're putting it on houses. We're now taking that combination of A and B soils, laying it back out, putting lawns on it, and calling it a day. We've killed the whole entire ecosystem in that. And so now what we're doing is we're producing a product multiple products that are going to be able to put that ecosystem back into play and speed up that process that took the world thousands of years to build.
The other thing we're also seeing too, is we reach out and do this whole education process, is you can do searches, Amazon, Home Depot, big consumer shopping areas. And organic, throwing the word organic out there's a lot of people that like to play on that, because automatically they think, hey, I can charge a lot more money for this. But what the consumer doesn't know, because they just don't have to know the nitty-grittiness of this, they don't have to go through the certifying process, they don't really know what does organic mean? Is it a certified organic? Is it just a catchphrase someone slapped in front of something? What does it actually mean, and how do I learn about that? And that's one of the things that we're having to figure out how to put that in a concise message to people.
Well, it's fascinating, and thank you for telling us about all this.
Appreciate you
about
stopping
what
by.
you're doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The only other thing we got to do is put you two in the front of the bucket and take a picture of you.
Yes.
In front of, not.
No, like-
no.
Not up in the air. Don't worry. The machine will stay off. But
I think that's a wonderful idea.
The size ratio.
And you can put her up.
That we got here. Nice.
No.
Nice.
Don't forget, I'm driving.
Oh, that's true.
It takes special equipment. It takes special guys to be able to work this equipment.
He called me special.
I saw that. I had to get your face.
We got that on camera.
Then we got it on
You gotta have
camera.
fun in this world.
Yeah.
I really do.